We've got Manuela here. We're just waiting for Kenza then. Oh, I think we're on Facebook already. I think Waleed's put us on Facebook. Okay, Waleed, I've got that. Thank you. Um, so Manuela. Hello, Manuela. You're muted, Manuela. You're muted. Oh, there you are.
Here I am. Hello. Hello, Louis. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Louis. So,
Hello.
Manuela, we're just waiting for Kenza to join us.
Yes, she's on her way. Let's see. I just spoke to her earlier on.
Yeah.
Very
So
excited.
it's too late to do anything about the hat, but we'll just go as it is. Don't worry.
I wrote you a messenger text.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, don't worry. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and assembled company, welcome to the World Storytelling Cafe. And it's Friday, therefore, but it is the first of our Fridays where we introduce one of our young international tellers to do the whole program. We're at the moment waiting for her. She is at the moment cycling down a cobbled street down a mountainside in Italy, trying to get to her internet. I passed her earlier, and she was riding like the wind. So Kenza will join us undoubtedly. Manuela has spoken to her today. And
she had her stories ready.
perfect.
So let's see.
So both Dispina and I are co-hosts, so we can let her in when she comes. Let's hope it all goes smoothly, because well, he's gone for something to eat because it's Ramadan and he hasn't eaten all day, and
Yeah.
poor man will fade away. So and it's quite early, it's first week of Ramadan, so it's a great effort to maintain the fast all day during the first week.
Yeah.
So I should maybe do something similar. Baba C is waiting. Hello, Baba C.
Are you coming, Ken?
Yeah, yes, I'm coming, but I don't. Mi disse che tipo devo aspettare che mi accettino, ma non so perché.
So she seems to be in the waiting room, John.
Sì.
Oh well, it hasn't come up yet. As wait, Dispina, can you see? I haven't seen it. I can't see it. And I'm co-host. Can you see? Has she turned up on your?
I can't see anybody waiting.
Maybe
I don't have a notification about somebody waiting.
Yeah. Can she try again? Log out and try again.
I've just texted her a message to go out and come back in, because even when I came in, it said that the event hadn't started. So
well. So it has at the moment. It's definitely started. We're here. The spinner is in charge. I'm her. I'm second in command to the spinner. There you go.
Hey, John. I was we did a live with Nick Bilborough from the Hands Up Project, and I talked about a storyteller that's been on your program more than once.
Ken, yeah. So
yeah.
Here we are. Okay. So Kenza is joining us. I'm just waiting for. I've just pressed admit. But she hasn't. It hasn't admitted yet. Oh dear. So Lucy's in. I've admitted Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
Ah, here's Kenza. Hello, Kenza. Kenza's connecting. The wonders. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Kenza. Fantastic. So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and assembled company, it gives me enormous pleasure to introduce the first of our monthly events where we have one of our young storytellers to come and do a whole program. This is like a graduation ceremony, and so Kenza is queen for the night, and so Kenza, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling special and I'm feeling nervous, but I'm okay. And
No, there's no need to be nervous. So I'm going to hand over to you for the next 3/4 of the next 45 minutes or however long you want to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, an assembled company, can we please welcome with a huge round of applause, Kenza? Over to you, Kenza.
I'm fine, thank you. So my name is Kenza, I'm 17 years old, and today I'm here to tell a set of stories that is maybe one of the stories, it's from internet, and the other stories that I have, it's passed to me by my friend. Not my friends really close, but the person that I meet in my life. So I start. So the first story. So I start to tell. Once upon a time, where there was a village surrounded by a large forest. In this village lived an elderly sage who was loved and respected by all. Every evening, he gathered the children around the fire and told them stories of courage, love, and wisdom. One evening, as the moon shone brightly in the sky, the elder told them the story of a small seed that desired to become a mighty tree. The seed dreamed of growing tall and strong, providing shade and shelter to anyone in need. But the seed was as small and seemed like insignificant, often feeling discouraged. One day, a kind eagle built its nest near the seed. The eagle noticed the seed and encouraged it, saying, even you can become a mighty tree if you believe in yourself and work hard every day to grow. They passed, and the seed followed the eagle advice. The roots began to grow in the fertile soil, supporting the seed as it reached towards the sky. Through torrential rains and violent storm, the small seed persevered, finding strength in its desire to grow. With time, the seed transformed and into a majestic tree, standing tall toward the sky, with pride and gratitude. Its leaves provided cool shade during hot summer days, while its branches intertwined like welcoming arms for those in need of comfort. And so, the children, listening to the story, understood the profound meaning of perseverance and self-confidence. They realized that even the smallest and seemingly insignificant things can grow and achieve great things if only they believe it in themselves and work with dedication and commitment. And thus, the village was filled with hope and inspiration, thanks to the wisdom of the elder and the power of the stories he told. So this is the first story, and I continue. Okay, so the second story. So it's talking about a couple and their life and maybe the difficulties that maybe can have. So In a small town, surrounded by lavender fields, lived two young lovers named Alessandro and Sofia. They meet every evening in the lavender field, where the sweet scents and tranquil atmosphere envelop them like embrace. Among the rows of purple flowers, Alessandro and Sofia danced to the rhythm of the wind and pledged eternal love to each other. However, fate had in store for them an inevitable separation. Alessandro had to leave for a long journey in search of job opportunities, while Sofia had to stay in their hometown to take care of her elderly family. With broken hearts, Alessandra and Sofia know they had to face the reality of the imminent separation. They spent their last nights together among the lavender rows, promising to remain faithful to each other despite the distance. When the time came to say goodbye, tears streamed down their cheeks as they hugged tightly. Alessandra and Sophia exchanged vows of eternal love, swearing that even though their bodies were apart, their hearts would remain united forever. As Alessandro departed toward the horizon, Sophia remained in the lavender field, watching the sun slowly set in the sky. Every night she looked at the stars, knowing that the same starry sky shone above them, uniting their hearts despite the distance. Although time passed and their lives took different fates, Alessandra and Sophia remained faithful for their love. Every lavender flower that bloomed in the field carried with it memories of their sweet evening together. And even though time and distance could physically separate them, their love continued to burn bright in their hearts, like a beacon guiding them toward a future where they would be together again. And this is the second story. I continue for the third story. So, a young man asked the wisest of all men for the secrets of happiness. The sage suggested the young man take a tour of the palace and return after 2 hours. I only ask you one favor, concluded the sage, handing him a spoon on which to pour 2 drops of oil. As you walk, carry the spoon without spilling the oil. After 2 hours, the young man returned and walked carried the spoon without spilling the oil. Then, when he returned, the sage asked him, "Did you see the tapestry in my dining room? Did you see the magnificent gardens? Did you notice the beautiful scrolls?" Then the young man, ashamed, confessed that he had not seen anything. His only concern had been not to spill the drops of oil. Then the sage says, "Go back and look at the wonders of my world," said the sage. The young man took the spoon and once again began to walk. But this time he observed all the works of art. He noticed the garden, the mountain, the flower, and he returned to the sage and reported in detail everything he had seen. "But where are the 2 drops of oil that I entrusted to you?" asked the sage. Looking at the spoon, the young man realized that he had spilled them. Well, this is all the advice I have to give you, concluded the sage. The secret of happiness lies in looking all the wonders of the world without ever forgetting the 2 drops of oil in the spoon. To look on the wonders of the world without forgetting the 2 drops of oil, you must learn to live in the here and now. And this is the third story. I continue for my 4 stories. So this is the message that one time I heard on social media about this story, and I love it, and I want to share to all the world. So one day, a blind man sat on the steps of a building with a hat at his feet and a sign that read, "I'm blind, please help me." A passing advertising executive stopped and noticed he only had a few cents in his hat. He bent down and poured more coin. Then, without asking the man's permission, he took the sign, turned it around, and wrote another phrase. That same afternoon, the advertising executive returned to the blind man and noticed that his hat was full of coin and bills. The blind man recognized that the man's footsteps and asked if he had been the one to rewrite his sign and what he had written. The advertising executive replied, "Nothing but the truth. I just rewrote yours in a different way." Smiled and walked away. The blind man never knew that now on his signs it's read, "Today is spring and I can't see it." Change your strategy maybe sometimes when things are not going well, and you will see that it will be for the better. Have faith. Every change is for the best in our lives. And this is the 4. I continue. So many years ago, a man sold balloons on the streets of New York. When business was a bit slow, he would let a balloon fly into the air. As it soared, a new crowd of buyers would gather, and sales would pick up for a few minutes. He alternate colors, releasing one white, then one red, and one yellow. After a while, an African American boy tugged at the sleeve of his jacket, looked him in the eyes, and asked a sharp question. "Sir, if you let go of a black balloon, would it rise?" Then the balloon seller looked at the boy and with wisdom and understanding replied, "Son, it was inside the balloon that makes them rise toward the sky. If I were younger, if I were rich, if I were a man, if I were more beautiful." Like the child in the story, many people often doesn't realize that success depends on what they have inside rather than purely external factors. Each of us has enormous potential that in most cases is not only not expressed but not even explored. That's why many people live their whole lives like dust balloons, hanging on a pole until they deflate. And all because they haven't found the time or fervent the courage to truly look inside themselves and unleash their own energy. So the story that I tell now, I think it's having a most significant meaning, maybe because in this day we have a lot of judic about the person that we have in front, and maybe the error that commit in the life maybe have a sign in the life of the other permanent. So the speaker began his speech by waving €100 green banknotes and said, "Who wants these €100 banknotes?" he asked. Several hands went up, but the speaker clarified. Before handing it out, Tux, I must do something. He crumbled the banknotes furiously, then said, "Who still wants it?" The hands were raised again. "And if I do this?" He threw the banknotes against the wall, and then it fell back into the floor. He stamped on it. Then he showed it again to the audience. It was now dirty and battered. "Does anyone still want it?" As usual, the hands went up, however mistreated. The banknote did not lose any of its value. Many times, I think in life, we get hurt, we make mistakes, we fall, yet we maintain our value if we possess it. Yes. Thank you. I finished.
Kenza,
Yeah.
that was absolutely amazing. I've got so many lessons, but I think my big mistake in life is just to look at all the wonderful stuff, but I keep dropping these 2 drops of oil out of the spoon. I can see Baba C, he can relate to that. Between us, when we grow up, Baba C, we will learn these lessons. There's no, Kenza, that was absolutely fantastic. Well done. I
Yes,
see,
when we grow up.
yeah. Jasna May joined us for a while, so that was lovely. Jasna May's on is our young teller next month. I think you do. I think I'm going to let other people. It's unusual for a Friday's night. It's what I used to do on a Tuesday, but I'm going to let other people comment on this. Just tell you how wonderful you are, actually. But I'm going to start with your teacher. Must be incredibly proud. She's in the top corner of my particular device. Manuela, how do you think the wonderful Kenza did?
Thank you, John, and thank you, Kenza. And it is incredible, John, because Kenza did this all by herself. I have no input from me, so she worked autonomously. So thank you for your incredible stories, Kenza. You took us on a journey through the depths of human experience, actually.
Yes.
From the humble aspiration of the small seed to the enduring love between Alessandro and Sophia in the lavender fields, and the blind man, the balloon seller, they were all beautiful. And the last one was significant, very significant too. So young, as Despina says, how can we be so young, so wise, mirroring the complexities and beauties of the human condition? So your tales reminded us to cherish the beauty that surrounds us, to embrace change with courage and faith, and to discover the value within ourselves, irrespective of the challenges we face. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, Kenza, for your generosity in sharing your gift of storytelling with the world.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So Kenza, will you come and do us another? Or we'll give you a couple of months to work on it, but one day will you come back and tell us another set of stories?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to let Despina have you a comment. I think Manuela said most of it, but and summed up. But that's fair. I think everyone deserves to speak this one.
A storyteller, I can always add things to what's already been said. well, Kenza, to be honest, I think we have destroyed you. I mean, people your age, they're supposed to be, very much into entertainment and superficial and just have fun all the time. How can you possibly hang out with people your age now? You will be their teacher. They will look up to you.
Yes.
Anyway, I mean, I am sure that the wisdom you have found in the tales and that you have been sharing with all of us today will work in the back of your brain and our brain now that we heard the stories for many years to come. And I wish that maybe when I am the same age as John Rowe, if I'm still alive by then, I will be able to hold my 2 drops of oil. I still hope. I'm hopeful. So thank you very much for the story.
Thank you, Despina. And Louis, as our most important member of the audience, what did you think of Kenza?
It's amazing. You're amazing, and I love your stories.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Louis. And Lucy's down in the corner wearing a very strange animal head at the moment, but beneath that animal head is Lucy. Lucy, would you care to throw a comment in? Lucy's on mute. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go to Baba C. We only have 3 hours for your comments, Baba C.
I'm taking after you, Baba C.
Which is kind of ironic because now in the United States, we're now 2 hours behind you because we just switched to daylight saving time. So anyhow, first of all, everything Manuela said, everything that Despina said, everything that Louis said. I mean, Kenza, you're an amazing young lady. You're an amazing person. Your stories all have to do with the human condition, to having faith and belief in oneself, to seeing beyond sight, to understanding that once you have accepted that there's nothing you cannot do, if you are determined to do it, mind blown. And yes, I agree that among your peers, meaning the people around your age, you are indeed a teacher. In fact, you are a teacher to us, those who are older than you, and don't stop. Cannot wait until you grace us once again with stories in the months ahead. So I just want to say Asante Sana, thank you very much. You were very wise. Vizuri Zana, very well done. And most of all, remain the wonderful person that you are and astound us with future stories. Thank you. Thank you,
Baba C.
And I still got 2 hours left.
No, you.
One more thing, John, and a happy and very belated happy birthday to Louis. To Louis, his birthday was a few weeks ago, but a happy birthday! He had a very special birthday celebration. Happy birthday, Louis!
Yeah, we're a bit late, Louis. So yeah, Lucy, are you with us yet? No, she's obviously having technical problems. So Kenza, that was fantastic. Who have we got next Friday? We've got nothing this Sunday. It's Sunday week is our next worldwide story round. So this next Friday is Michael Currens. We're back to old men with beards. Well, in Michael's case, I think it's just a moustache. But I mean, the wonderful thing. I mean, I know we make fuss of cancer, and quite rightly so. But there are young people telling stories all over this world, and I'm really optimistic about the future. It's just that, apart from all else, apart from being wonderful, Kenza has had the courage to come and do this. So, and next young teller is our other star is Jasname is coming on in April. To be our April young teller. So but for now, everyone, good night. Waleed is not there because he's enjoying his meal because it's Ramadan and so poor man is starving. So are they?
Here's Lucy.
Oh, Lucy's just written, well done, Kenza, beautiful stories. Thank you. Thank you. So, but for now, good night, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are in this big, wide world. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you, Kenza, for telling. And I don't know how we're going to switch the whole thing off because
Oops. John is gone. Bye, Lucy. Kalinita. Buonanotte, ladies.
Ciao, buonanotte.
Thanks, everybody.
We're waiting for the next time you'll share stories with us, Kenza. We can't wait.
See you soon.
The day has been